First, I'd like to let you all know that the latest movie featuring Amber Heard as the main character has received very negative feedback from the audience. The situation in DC involving Amber Heard seems to be escalating day by day. Just 3 weeks after initial reports of Amber Heard accusing Jason Momoa of on-set abuse, new reports are surfacing indicating that she's also making similar accusations against the director. It's a developing and concerning situation in the DC film industry. Imagine this. The director was furious and actually considered cutting her from the movie. It's almost like she's turning the tables with the same accusation she previously threw at Jason Momoa. Only this time she's pointing it towards the director. To be honest, you couldn't even script a story like this. It's more entertaining than anything DC has produced in the last decade. Many fans were quick to label Amber Heard as a liar when reports began emerging, accusing several individuals on the set of Aquaman of abusive behavior. However, I chose to take a more measured approach, waiting for substantial evidence. Now we have numerous cast and crew members, along with DC officials, coming forward to attest that the director conducted himself professionally on set. They assert that they never witnessed any of the incidents Amber Heard claims. It's important to note that on the set of a massive budget DC movie like Aquaman, there are always many people present, possibly even hundreds. Thus, it seems highly unlikely that any such abuse could have gone unnoticed or unaddressed. Amber Heard being alone with the director on set is doubtful given the scale of the production. The fact that multiple individuals have publicly refuted her claims and stated that they never saw the director raise his voice at her is significant. This suggests that Amber Heard may have fabricated her allegations both against Jason Momoa and the director. This has led many to believe that her motives might be to undermine the film, possibly due to her reduced role. Initially, she claimed her role was cut down because of her ongoing court case with Johnny Depp. However, others have insisted that there was no malicious intent behind reducing her role, and it was done to provide her with the time and space necessary to deal with the ongoing court battle. During the filming of Aquaman 2, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard controversy was in full swing, and allegations were flying back and forth. It's likely that the director and producers made this decision out of consideration for her well-being. Despite their efforts, Amber Heard has since accused the director of abuse on set and also implicated Jason Momoa. The situation surrounding Aquaman 2 continues to grow more convoluted by the day, given the movie's unique circumstances. Considering that this movie is just about 2 months away from its release, the marketing campaign has taken a significant hit. The reason behind this is the ongoing controversy surrounding the film. The initial uproar stemmed from Amber Heard's involvement in the movie, with some people discussing boycotting it. Whether this boycott is justified or not is a matter of debate, but the reality is that it's affecting the movie's potential box office earnings. Now, the situation has become even more complicated with new reports emerging. Amber Heard has accused Jason Momoa of abuse, and she's also accused the director of misconduct. This could lead to even more individuals deciding to boycott the film. They might not want to support a project that involves someone they strongly dislike or disagree with. There's a real possibility that Aquaman 2 could suffer a substantial financial loss for Warner Bros. This would be another significant setback for the DC Universe, DCU, and Warner Brothers as a whole. It might even prompt Warner Bros. To reconsider their entire approach to the DCU. At this point, they might be questioning the wisdom of emulating Marvel's success given the current state of affairs in the industry. Are you sick of being poor and alone? Turn your life around with the help of the magical Genie Script. The Genie Script is a 30-day program that teaches people how to meditate effectively. It includes videos and ebooks to guide individuals in preparing their minds for positive changes in their lives. The program claims to have the potential to transform one's life dramatically and suggests that successful individuals have used it to achieve wealth and success. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to get Genie's script. I believe Warner Brothers and DC would thrive by focusing on producing standalone superhero films. History has shown that these individual movies, such as Joker and Matt Reeves' Batman, have consistently performed well for DC and Warner Brothers. Even if we go back to Christian Bale's Batman films, they weren't part of a shared universe like the DC Extended Universe. They were self-contained stories. One of the major issues plaguing DC's financial standing is their relentless pursuit of a cohesive cinematic universe, attempting to compete with Marvel instead of building on their superior roster of heroes and characters. They've struggled to find their own version of Marvel's success. In reality, DC has some of the most iconic characters and the potential to create exceptional standalone films. Marvel's decision to create the Marvel Cinematic Universe was driven by the recognition that some of their individual superheroes might not have fared well in standalone films. While they had iconic characters like Tony Stark's Iron Man and Captain America, it was the interconnectedness of these characters through the Avengers and the wider cinematic universe that truly set them apart. This approach allowed Marvel to showcase a diverse range of personalities and gain a competitive edge. On the other hand, when you examine DC's roster of heroes, from Batman to Superman, you find incredible potential for successful standalone movies. Man of Steel, for instance, had the makings of a fantastic standalone film, but faced challenges when they tried to integrate it with Ben Affleck's Batman in the Justice League. Similarly, the portrayal of Christian Bale's Batman was remarkable. In DC's case, it seems that their strength lies in crafting compelling individual stories that fans would support. However, DC has struggled financially when attempting to create marketable blockbuster movies that tie into a larger universe. This financial strain has implications for how they handle external issues, such as the controversy around Amber Heard affecting the box office revenue of Aquaman 2. If DC had achieved financial success with other projects, they could better weather such challenges. Unfortunately, with their recent string of underperforming movies, from Black Adam to Shazam 2, they find themselves in a precarious financial situation. As a result, when Aquaman 2 encounters difficulties beyond their control, it could set them back even further. To be completely honest, I believe it might be time for DC to reconsider their whole cinematic universe concept. I'm skeptical about its potential for success, especially in a climate where superhero fatigue seems to be setting in. The idea of interconnected cinematic universes doesn't appear to be as effective as it once was, and a sharp contrast is evident when we look at the overwhelming success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Now turning to the Amber Heard situation, it's a bit of a mess. I'm not sure what DC or Warner Brothers can really do to resolve it. Perhaps the best course of action is to simply move on and hope for a future movie that can turn things around financially. I'm not too concerned about Warner Brothers' overall financial situation, given their upcoming projects like Barbie, the Batman sequel, and the Joker sequel. However, I am worried about James Gunn's role at DC and the broader financial struggles that DC seems to be facing with each new film. It's likely that Aquaman 2 won't be an exception to this trend. What are your thoughts on this complex situation? Feel free to share your opinions down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Stay tuned for my next video.